Hello and welcome to the Wednesday Show on Wednesday. Welcome back to the Wednesday Show. It is June 13th. I'm CJ coming to you pre-recorded from Minnesota. The weather outside currently is 73 and sunny out. Alright, so instead of my usual 4 topics for today, I have a special guest buddy with me right here, my friend Brennan, and we're going to just be talking about movies for the past year, see how things have been doing. So let's get right into it. Alright, Brennan, welcome to the show. You're literally going to be with like 2 viewers.
Oh, glad to be here, CJ.
I'm
ready to talk about some movies.
Okay, so we're just going to jump right into this for our podcast. So, what are your top movies this year? Just maybe do a little introduction about yourself.
I am Brennan. I go to college, and I watch movies when I'm not at college, and I also watch movies when I'm at college.
Fascinating stuff.
That is all.
All right, so we're going to be talking about like our movies so far this year, like our opinions, like what's good, what's bad, maybe go over last year, our top movies, maybe like worst movies and all that good stuff. So how do you think movies have been doing so far?
That's really interesting because while I do think there have been some really good movies this year, I do not believe we are at the caliber of films that we were at halfway through the point last year, except for a few outstanding films. There's been a lot of good to great films, which I'm pretty used to seeing.
Okay. So, what are your top movies so far?
If I had to pick
Top
either 5 drama or thriller, I'd say my favorite movie I've seen this year in theaters, even though it's a 2017 release, would be either The Shape of Water or Phantom Thread. But if it was just on enjoyment factor, actually Deadpool 2 and Avengers Infinity War really top the list right now. If I put in all factors of how much I enjoy movies, I would put those films at 1 and 2, I believe.
Okay, worst films. What's doing absolute crap right now?
I did have the pleasure, if you can say that, of going to see 50 Shades Darker in theaters with one of my roommates, and while it ended up being probably one of the funniest films I've seen all year, it is what most people would expect, an awful, awful movie.
Alright, so do you have what app are you using?
I use Letterboxd to keep track.
They do not sponsor us in any way, shape, or form. They do not endorse us, but we like them.
It's a lovely app, and I use that every single time I get out of the theater, and so far I've seen 44 films that have been released in either late 2017 or early 2018. And I am considering the Netflix films 2018 releases, even though they are on Netflix and I did not go to the theater to see them.
Do you have your 2017 list on here or no?
I'll have to look for my 2017 list, but right now, the Netflix films are in the back half of my favorites of the year. I think if I had to pick one Netflix film that was probably the best so far this year, I would have to go... Ooh, that's a good question, because while they've been pretty good, none of them have really stood out, if you ask me. I did see one called Psychokinesis, which is a Korean film from the director of Train to Busan, which is one of the best horror or zombie movies of the past few years. And it's about this one father who... There's this group of this gang who wants to own this, like, just block of low-rent housing.
Okay.
It's really interesting, and this guy just gets superpowers, and he just helps everyone with his fancy superpowers and tries to, like, earn back the respect of his daughter. So
that is it like what's the word, like first person point of view, like the actors are filming it?
No, it's
because it almost kind of sounds like Chronicle.
Oh, I could see that. It's the movie starts I think it's mostly the point of view from the daughter, but you do get points of view from the father. So the daughter owns a fried chicken restaurant in a low-rent district of, I think they're probably in Seoul or somewhere.
Okay.
In just one of in the capital of South Korea. And she lives with her mother, and this is the first 5 minutes of the movie. So she lives with her mother, and the gang comes to take over her building, but she stands her ground, and sadly her mother passes away during the fight to keep her restaurant, and her father comes out of, let's say, hiding, and he wants to either get back with his daughter since she has no role model in her life.
Okay, I had a little idea. So I have my top 5 films, best and worst of last year. I wanted to go through them and see if you agree with my placements, or if you disagree, or if I'm just completely nuts here.
Okay, sure.
Sound good?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Do you want to do top 5 best or worst first?
Let's start with worst.
Worst?
And I will pull up my list of
so
my best to worst as well.
Number 5 is The Hitman's Bodyguard. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah, and that's where already we lose each other, because I saw The Hitman's Bodyguard in theater 3 times. Insanely 3 times. I saw it once at the Marcus Theater, where we usually frequent movies, and then I also am a projectionist at the theater we have on my college campus, and we played The Hitman's Bodyguard twice, and I sat through that movie 2 more times and enjoyed it
not that
2 more
good.
times.
It's not that good.
I think it might have something to do with Ryan Reynolds being one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, but they just seem to overact in that film a bit.
Oh, I can agree with that 100%. It's not a fantastic movie by any means, but I like the comedy, and I like Samuel L. Jackson, and I love Ryan Reynolds, so it just turned out to be just a good time for me.
Alright, so coming in at number 4, I put Despicable Me 3, 2.5 out of 5.
Despicable Me 3, 2.5 out of 5. If I had to rank the Despicable Me films, I think I would do Despicable Me 1, but that would be way ahead of all the other films in the series.
Despicable Me 1 was awesome.
And then my second favorite would be Despicable Me 3.
Really?
Then 2, then Minions.
Okay. Well, I mean, I did like a couple jokes they had in Despicable Me 3, but I don't think it was that great of a film overall.
It's not awesome. I think
the first one does capture you more.
The first one is fantastic.
It's like a family film that everyone can enjoy almost.
It's interesting because Illumination is easily one of my least favorite.
Yeah.
In film, least favorite companies in animation right now. But Despicable Me is something special they got there, because that is a great film. And I also think Despicable Me 3, I enjoyed it, but it's totally not one of my best films of the year. I think your 2.5 is a fine review. I did really enjoy Trey Parker as the villain in it, though. So
okay, so
I would give it props for that.
All right, number 3, Transformers: The Last Night, 2.5 out of 5.
I went to this film twice in theaters. I sat through Transformers for 6 hours, and yeah, that was not a fantastic film.
Well, we saw it after we went bowling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a terrible movie. I think the only reason why I didn't give it a 2 is because Anthony Hopkins was in it.
Oh yeah, he was good. I think I'm checking my 2017 list.
Okay.
I haven't updated it in a while, but it is my number 4 on my worst of the year.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so number 2 is... Oh wait, crap! I messed up on my own list.
Oh, he added his films that he's seen in 2017, but not his favorite films of 2017. And okay. I have to edit myself from earlier. I said 50 Shades Darker was the 3rd film, but no, 50 Shades Freed, I believe, is the 3rd film, because I have seen all 50 Shades movies, and they're all bad, and they all blur together in how bad they are. All right, well...
Okay, so I messed up on... I broke the rules of my own list. I said the movie had to have premiered in 2017, and I put the movie Dracula, which premiered in, 1931. I gave it a 2 out of 5. Well, I should redo this list, but I don't think I will. I'll just do better on my next end of the year list for worst films. Mm-hmm. So Dracula, I gave a 2 out of 5, and that's because I'm going to be that snooty hipster. I'm pushing my glasses up right now. I read the book Dracula, and the book is way better than the movie. The movie's complete and utter crap compared to the book. And yes, it's bad acting and everything too. That's all I'm saying.
Is that Bela Lugosi?
Yeah, it's terrible. It's a terrible film. I almost felt like returning the movie after I bought it. Though I watched the Frankenstein. I do own the original Frankenstein movie. And I watched that on Halloween and I liked that. But I haven't read the book yet, so I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. Alright, and the number 1 worst film of 2017 is... Join in. The Circle.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I gave it 2 out of 5.
Yeah, that film... has one scene that made me laugh so hard I couldn't breathe. But I read the book The Circle, and
you did read the book?
The book is good. I really enjoyed the book. It wasn't one of my favorite books by any means, but I think I did enjoy the book reading it. But the film is just bad. I watched it on Amazon Prime a few months after it came out. It's just not great at all.
I just want to clarify. Okay, so my rating system, if you don't know, I go I do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 is the highest, but I also do 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, so it kind of grades out. I originally gave The Circle 3 out of 5, and then it pissed me off so much that I thought about this movie for a week straight, and then I just wrote another post dropping my rating to a 2 out of 5, a full point down, and that's big for me if I drop a full point, because it's nope, this movie was crap.
Yeah, it's awful. It is awful.
Okay.
I do want to talk about the one scene with Eller Coltrane where he has to talk to the main character, and Eller Coltrane is known for Boyhood, which I thought was fine, but nothing special, which a lot of people thought was a very good movie, but didn't really hit me in the same way as a lot of people really liked it. But he is not a fantastic actor by any means. His job in The Circle is the guy who does not like technology when everyone else likes technology. So when he's
a primitivist, basically.
When his friend May, the main character, puts his chandelier made of deer antlers on the Circle website or whatever, he ends up getting death threats, and he has a rant about getting death threats from people. And he repeats the words death threats many, many times. And it is
death threats.
I get death threats, May. Death threats. It is. Oh, it's just bad. It is not a good movie. Not a good movie at all. Yeah. And they waste Tom Hanks. They waste Patton Oswalt. They waste John Boyega.
Yeah. This is probably the worst Emma Watson film I've seen.
Okay, yeah, I can agree with that. I haven't seen very many Emma Watson films compared to...
Everything else I've seen her in, I've pretty much liked her in it, but this movie is garbage.
Yeah, it's... Yikes.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's not as bad as to go below it, too, because it has, like, some there's some okay things in it, but not enough to salvage it at all. But anyways, let's move on to the top 5 best films of the year.
Well, I'm gonna go through my top 5 worst.
Oh, you want to do yours? Okay. Let's do that. Top 5 worst films of the year for Brennan's.
All right, number 5 for me goes back to 1/2/2017 when me and CJ saw Why Him in theaters with Bryan Cranston and James Franco. And while it is a 2017 film, it is... I like a lot of movies. I don't give bad ratings to this movie, but this movie was just, like, fine.
Really? I liked that one.
Fine. I've been thinking about it now, and it's either that one or Rough Night, I believe, at 5 for the worst of the year.
Dude, Rough Night, we laughed through
I know.
Come on, man.
I know.
You're killing me.
This is an old list, so
Okay.
I might change everything.
Okay, so number 5 is...
I will put Why Him or Rough Night about slash down the middle there.
Okay.
And then my 4th worst would be Transformers 5 or whatever.
I ranked it as 3, you ranked it as 4th worst. Okay.
And then my 3rd worst is the Mummy remake with Tom Cruise.
I don't think it was that bad.
I think it was very dull.
What did I give it? I'm going to look it up, see what I got.
I didn't hate it. I didn't like it, though. It was...
I wanted to see what I gave it. I gave it a 3 out of 5.
I think it was just probably one of the most dull action movies I've ever seen in my life. So it wasn't as entertaining as I would have liked it to be, so I just didn't.
All right, that was your number 3.
3rd worst.
Okay, so number 2 worst, second worst film of the year?
I saw the Christian movie The Shack.
Okay.
And I got in trouble for laughing during it because it's a Christian movie, and the people behind it were like, hey, if you don't enjoy the movie, you can leave. And I said, I'm laughing, I'm enjoying the movie, I'm just not enjoying it in the way that most people do. So the movie The Shack follows this one guy who's has like 3 kids, and 2 of his older kids are just stupid and they almost drown. So the dad leaves the youngest kid alone, and the youngest kid gets kidnapped and killed. So he blames himself for the kid dying, even though you shouldn't blame the daughter for acting like an imbecile and almost drowning her and her brother. So the whole movie goes on the spiritual journey of, you have to forgive the guy who kidnapped and killed your daughter, okay? That's the Christian way. Even though he kidnapped and killed your daughter, you just have to forgive him.
I didn't see the movie, and you know this is based off a book, right?
Yeah.
My mom has read the book, and I think she saw the movie, but she said the book is way better.
Okay.
It's like the movie doesn't do it justice.
Oh, and then my worst of the year is just 50 Shades Darker, which is just bad.
Okay, well,
so.
that makes sense.
That's all.
Okay.
That's my
5 worst.
old list that will probably be changed in... Oh, I think I'm going to put Dark Tower at 5th worst.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to already change it, and I think Dark Tower is my 5th worst of the year for 2017.
Okay, Dark Tower that movie. I think I gave that one a really low score. I'm not going to look it up. Okay, so top 5 best films of the year then, right? Mm-hmm. Do you want to go first or should I?
I'll go first.
Okay, top 5 best.
And yeah, this is interesting. 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri is easily my favorite film of 2017. It's no context.
Number 5?
That's number... Oh, oops. We'll try that again.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert, yeah. Okay, number 5 is Baby Driver.
Okay, yeah, I see that. You just freaking loved that movie.
I love this movie so much. It's awesome. It's visual and auditory spectacle. Many ways. I've watched this film 5 or 6 times now, and it's just one of my favorite things I've probably ever seen. I love Edgar Wright's films, and I think that just overall, this movie is just, like, amazing.
Okay.
Every way possible.
I thought it was pretty good.
You liked it, yeah.
I liked it. I didn't love it as much as you, but I thought it was good.
It's good.
Okay,
It's good.
so number 4 best film.
Number 4 best film is Dunkirk.
Okay, Dunkirk. Okay.
Dunkirk, I saw it in the Ultra Screen with 3D surround sound.
Oh my god.
And legit one of the best movie-going experiences ever. I went to a concert, and then I went to Dunkirk, and I had to get eardrops because those 2 days of sound inflamed my eardrums.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. Huh.
I thought that was interesting, and
Yeah.
Dunkirk was almost louder, I think, than the concert I went to.
Wow.
And it's just overall
I remember
amazing.
seeing
film.
a thing that there was it was a video of an actual veteran who was at Dunkirk, an actual British veteran, and he said, when he came out of the movie...
Said it brought him back, I think?
Yeah, he said, I thought I would never see it again. And apparently, if you can make a film that accurate, that's just amazing.
It is. I love it. It's great.
Okay, so number 3?
Lady Bird.
I did not see Lady Bird. How
Lady
was it?
Bird, I've seen 3 times in theaters, about like 3 months apart. So I saw it once in November, once in January, and once in May. So it's all about a little bit off, but between the times I've seen it. But this is a great coming of age film. I don't like saying coming of age film because those films aren't normally awesome, but the director and writer Greta Gerwig, I've never seen one of her films, even though they all have very good ratings. But this is her first directorial movie, and I think this is one of her first writing credits. And Saoirse Ronan is the main character. Lucas Hedges is in it. He's fine. I'm not a huge Lucas Hedges fan, but he's good. He's in a lot of damn movies.
Okay.
And he's good. He's fine. He's not... Timothy Chalamet is in this. He's in the guy from... he was in Interstellar. He was in Call Me By Your Name.
Doesn't this movie take place in the early 2000s?
Yeah, it takes place right after 9/11, which is just like... It's like the backdrop of the aftermath of 9/11, because she goes to college and... She wants to go to college in New York, and she says, well, not a lot of people are gonna... I might get in because not a lot of people are applying since after the terrorist attack, so that's like pretty much all you get for 9/11 background. And which is good because that part doesn't really matter. It's just a really, really, really good film with really, really good actors in it. And I've watched it many, many times now, or 3. That's considered many, many times. And
well, many times.
Yeah.
So 3. Okay, I get that 3 minis.
Awesome film.
All right. It. And your number 2 film?
The Disaster Artist.
Okay, that was good.
Number 2. It might be because The Room is the greatest movie ever made. But
praise be to Tommy.
Praise be to Tommy Wiseau. But they do a really, really good job of recreating The Room. James Franco does a great job of recreating Tommy Wiseau or being Tommy Wiseau. And this movie is hilarious.
Oh, yeah, it is.
You got some heartfelt moments in it. Good friendship. Good friendship. That's what Tommy would say.
Well, both Francos were in it, right?
Yeah. Dave Franco is just as good as Tom Sestero, who's Mark Damon in it.
Wait. Oh yeah, it was the brothers that were playing it. Why didn't that click with me? Yeah,
the brothers were playing the best friends, so that was good. Then you always get there's Seth Rogen in there, Paul Scheer, a lot of comedic actors in there. That's just awesome.
One of my favorite scenes in that movie is when Seth Rogen, he's one of the cameramen. He plays one of the cameramen.
I think he's the script supervisor.
Maybe a producer.
Yep, producer, script supervisor,
something like that. He does work on he's a camera operator for sure, I believe.
Yeah, they show him next to the camera guy.
A lot. So one of the things I loved with one of my favorite scenes is when he goes to cash a check at the bank, or deposit it.
Oh yeah, that's a great scene.
And he's like, here it goes, because he thinks that like Tommy Wiseau's broke or something, and then the teller is like, okay, and you're good to go. And the guy's like, it went through?
He's like,
this actually worked?
And he goes, he's like, yeah, you won't know, but this account is like a bottomless pit. That's what the guy says.
This guy's loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the facial expression of Seth Rogen was priceless. I loved that scene.
Then, one of my favorite short scenes is just, there's a scene where at a club where Dave Franco's character, Greg, meets his girlfriend, who's pretty much for the remainder of the film, and Tommy's in the background dancing to Rhythm of the Night by Corona, and it's just hilarious and such a dumb scene where he's like, come on, Greg, stop talking, let's dance. It's just so dumb. I can't do a Tommy Wiseau impression, but
I don't think anyone can.
Except for James Franco. James Franco and Tommy Wiseau.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Because Tommy Wiseau is from New Orleans.
He's from New Orleans.
Yep.
The Big Easy.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, and your number one movie, which you already spoiled. Say again.
Yeah, Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri is some awesome dark comedy, which is probably my favorite genre of film. I really do like Martin McDonagh's films. He only has 3 films total, and his other 2 are In Bruges and Seven Psychopaths. And
I saw Seven Psychopaths.
And In Bruges, I would recommend as probably one of my favorite films ever. And then Three Billboards is just as good too, and Seven Psychopaths is below both of them, but still a very good time.
All right, so ready for my top 5 best?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so number 5, we got Split.
Oh, I love Split.
And I ranked it a 4.5 out of 5. Is that warranted?
Yeah, Split is awesome. I'm going to see where I put it on my list, but
okay,
I'm going to find it. Let's find it. I have Split at... See, this list is super wrong.
You just got a picture of movie tickets.
Because because I didn't make it into a regular list. Mm-hmm. But this list is so off compared to what I would rate it now. It's at 19 out of 84.
Okay.
I think it would be up in my top 10, even though I saw 84 films in 17. So, like, Logan would be moved up in the top 10.
Yeah, definitely.
And, Split might be up to, like, 15.
Okay.
Or 10, because I saw all the Oscar contenders for 2017.
Do you agree, though, that Split, could you see it for me, though?
I love Split. I would say Split is is the third best or second best M. Night Shyamalan film behind either Sixth Sense or in front of or right behind Unbreakable.
This is the first movie where I saw Anya Taylor-Joy, and she's becoming one of my favorite actresses, honestly.
She's awesome. I really like her, too.
I know she was in The Witch before this, and I saw The Witch after I saw Split.
I liked The Witch. The
Witch was good.
It was good. I think it was bordering on good to great. It was a good slow burn horror movie.
Well, it's supposed to be like... I know we're getting off into a tangent here, but anyways...
what was the word? Like,
it's a
something.
Tale.
Yeah. There's like, what is the there is the tagline for the movie is like a it's a folk tale or a Puritan folk tale or something.
Yeah, it's like a Puritan nightmare.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
But Anya Taylor-Joy was great in Split. She's a phenomenal actress. I can't wait to see what she does more. And I can't remember who is the main villain character. I forgot his name. In The Witch?
Split. Oh, in Split. James McAvoy.
Yeah, James McAvoy. He's a good actor, too.
Mm-hmm. James McAvoy is really good. He would have... I would have snuck him in for the best actors of 2017 if you had to ask me how I would put it. But I would sneak him in the best actors of 2017. Oh, and the Witch tagline is a New England folktale, which I thought was good.
All right, so my number 4 pick is It with 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, it is good. It is
so hard. It is so hard to talk about it.
I watched it on my computer on a Sunday at like 11 a.m. and it was just a really good horror movie. Doesn't make my list of probably top 10 or 15. I would put it in the best half of films of 2017, but it was a really good horror movie, and a lot of horror movies don't stick with me, but I can't wait for the sequel. and I'll be watching it.
The child actors are great.
Mm-hmm. Child actors are really good.
It's have you been noticing this too? Like in the past few years, child actors have been doing amazing.
Child actors got better. Yes.
Yeah, it's like because before like the past 3 years or so.
No, I don't like.
Yeah, it was
I
like
have trouble with child actors.
They just kind of were there to scream.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucked. And it was just like, oh, just go away.
Yeah, please. We don't need you in this movie.
Unless it's like Hocus Pocus, I Love You movie.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is number 4. So number 3 is The Disaster Artist with 4.6 out of 5.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yep. Yeah, I thought that was a good one.
That's good. We talked about it.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I think we got everything we needed to say about The Disaster Artist down. So.
Okay. And
Good movie.
Yes, very good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is Logan.
Yes.
With 4.9 out of 5.
Yeah, I gave this movie 4.5 stars the first time I watched it, and I said, and then I was like, yeah, that was a good film. And then I rewatched it, and I said, what is wrong with me? This is a cinema masterpiece of epic proportions. It's gruesome. It's a little bit funny. It's heartfelt. Amazing performances from everybody in this movie. Daphne Keane. Everyone is
She's
good.
going places.
She's going places, yeah. It's Hugh Jackman. Awesome, yeah.
Great. This is probably one of his best performances of his career.
Mm-hmm. I can agree with that. It's like The Prestige, Logan. That's what, off the top of my head, there's good performances by Hugh Jackman.
And then he follows it up with The Greatest Showman, which was great.
Oh, Lord. Nuh-uh.
That was a terrible blunder, in my opinion.
Yikes. That was fine.
Yeah.
I liked some of the songs in it. You got a headache throughout. And it's good. It's good.
Well, I'm going to say, have you seen...
Logan is amazing film.
Did you see Logan Noir?
Logan, yeah, I own both versions. I have the black and white version and the regular version.
Well, I do have the black and white version, but I haven't watched it yet, so it's like, I gotta watch this black and white version sometime, but does it add to it if it's black and white?
I don't think it adds to it. I think it's called Logan Noir because the film itself is already a Western, and you get the old-timey Western with the black and white. I think it adds to that element, but it doesn't necessarily add to making the film better, if you ask me.
Okay. So you're brave for my number 1?
Mm-hmm.
You'll probably know what it is.
Oh, yeah, I already do.
Yep, and my number 1 is Dunkirk with a 5 out of 5, and Dunkirk is the only film I've given a 5 out of 5 last year.
I know, Christopher Nolan is, they say Christopher Nolan is God. Christopher Nolan is God. It's true, no matter what.
He is probably one of the best directors out today.
Oh, absolutely. Every film, I've seen every one of his films except for maybe 1 or 2. And I've liked every one of them, even though people can complain about Dark Knight Rises, but I don't complain at all. Bane is awesome. Everything in that movie is
I don't
really good.
Get why people complain. I liked the film. I thought it was good.
I think the problem is it's a follow-up to The Dark Knight.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't beat Heath Ledger's Joker. Mm-hmm. You just can't top that for, comic book villains being portrayed, because that was incredible. And
I wouldn't put, and I still don't think I'd put The Dark Knight in top 3 or 4. I think The Dark Knight ends up being about 4 on my list of best Christopher Nolan films, because I put Dunkirk, Memento, and Prestige in front of The Dark Knight.
Okay.
For Christopher Nolan films.
So my top 5, do you like it, or?
Oh yeah, it's a good list. I don't see it being that high, but I certainly don't have a problem with it being that high.
All right. Well, we're going to take a little break here in a sec, and we'll get back into it with talking about movies that are the first half of 2018, and we're going to talk maybe a little bit about upcoming movies, some new trailers and all that stuff. That'll be our show today then. But anyways, we're going to take our little break right now, so see you guys back in a second. Alright, if you haven't checked out my blog yet, you can check out my blog at the-quintessentialist.blogspot.com. That's the-quintessentialist.blogspot.com. I mostly do movie reviews on that, so go and check that out, please. I also have my Midwestern Gothic short story out titled The Ice Witch Under Lake Superior. You can find that on Amazon.com. If you're a short story writer and you need someone to beta read your short story, you can check out my beta reading service, my honest beta reading service on Fiverr.com. There'll be a link in the description of this podcast for that. So if you're a short story writer and you need a beta reader, check out my service. Now back to the show. Alright, welcome back to the Wednesday show, and we're going to continue our conversation with talking about movies that have come out in the first half of 2018. So, how do you think movies have been doing, Brennan?
Yeah, we started this little bit of this conversation.
Yeah, we've mentioned it before.
The start of the podcast, but yeah, the movies so far have been good to great, and then we've had a select few standout films that have been awesome. So, out of the 44 films I've seen so far this year, I'd say 10 would be the standout, which might actually be better than 2017 for standouts already, because most of the time you don't have the Oscar nomination, the Oscar films until the second half of the year anyway.
Yeah. I think it's been kind of a weak first half of the year, though, honestly. Well, I mean, nothing's really bad, but nothing's great. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot of middle movies. There's very few movies so far that I've ranked above a 4. I'm just going to go back in time a little bit to the beginning of the year and see what I've done. I did a bunch of Netflix films first. I'm not going to go on those, really. Let's see. Insidious Last Key is one of the first films I saw. I think I ranked that one pretty high.
That was 2018, right?
Oh, yeah, that came out in January.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a 3.5 out of 5, so yeah. Darkest Hour. That was January, wasn't it?
Yep, it was a January wide release, yeah, and that was good. It was good, yeah.
I gave it 4.2. Okay.
Yeah, that's number 22 on my list, so about it's halfway down now. But I think it might go back up next time I see it, because I saw it once and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, so I might move up that rating sooner or later, because I also gave The Post 3.5 stars, which I don't know how true that is, because the movie was fine. Yeah. But I may need to rewatch it because of just the star power and it being a Spielberg film.
The only movie so far this year I have ranked a 5 out of 5 is The Room, made by Tommy Wiseau. And you might be thinking, wait a sec, The Room came out in 2003 or something? Mm-hmm. But it was re-released in theaters this year, so it qualifies.
Yeah, it was its first wide release. So it was cool.
It technically qualifies under under my guidelines, and is the only movie I give it a 5 out of 5. And I'm thinking of doing a rule where I can only give 3 movies a year a 5 out of 5, because I want to hold it to a higher standard. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's I don't want to sound cheap on my rating system.
Yeah, I've certainly failed that already. I think I have 7 or 8 films that I've given 5 stars.
Molly's Game. That was a pretty good one.
It was pretty good. I did like it. I've seen it twice so far, and both times have been really good. I do like Aaron Sorkin's writing, and his first time directing was pretty good too, and it's an overall good film.
I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Did you see Peter Rabbit?
I did not see Peter Rabbit. No, I was at college, and I did not go to see it.
I gave it a 3 out of 5, and it's fine as a kid's film, but the music sucks in the movie. Though there is this one rooster that character is hilarious because every time the sun rises in the morning, he's like, "Oh my gosh, we're not dead! The sun has returned!"
Oh, you did tell me about that.
That's hilarious.
That was an interesting scene. I remember you. Yeah, you did tell me about that.
Mm-hmm. Then, Black Panther. What'd you think of Black Panther?
It's good. I do like Black Panther, while overhyped. Like many people will say, I still think it's a very competent and overall one of the better Marvel films.
Okay. Because I lowered my rating for Black Panther. Mm-hmm. I was originally a 3.5 out of 5, but I lowered it to a 3 out of 5. Mm-hmm. Because I saw it a second time and I realized, oh wait, this isn't as good as I thought it was.
I saw it 3 times.
Okay. Then you did not see Red Sparrow, right?
Mm-mm.
I did like Red Sparrow. I gave it a 4 out of 5.
But it is on my watch list. I will be getting to it.
There was a lot of controversy with that film. Like, love and hate, in a way. Because it's either, like, really good reviews or really bad reviews. I thought it was good for Jennifer Lawrence.
So, dynamic reviews, you're saying, between both sides.
Okay. Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider. It's good. It's one of the better video game films, which doesn't mean much. I mean, yeah, I enjoyed it. I really like the game it's based off of. I like the game more than the film itself. I like Alicia Vikander. I like Walton Goggins. I like the film, but it's not one of the standouts, if you ask me.
No?
Mm-mm.
What was next? Pacific Rim Uprising. How do you feel about that?
I like giant robots, and I had a lot of fun watching this movie.
That's blunt.
And, yeah, I had a really good time watching giant robots fight giant monsters for 2 hours, so surprisingly, it's almost in the middle of the pack for what I've seen this year.
Okay.
Like, just below the 50% best films. So, like, if you want to consider it top of the worst, then I would say that.
So, for Pacific Rim, all right. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
2.5 out of 5.
I was not impressed with the movie. Yeah,
it's not nearly as good as the first one, and I will agree. You said in your review, the music is pretty generic. It is nothing like the original movie. They brought back the theme for like one scene, which was good to see, but besides that, it was nothing.
Thoroughbreds. I did not. I missed it in theaters.
And
I watched it at your house.
Yeah, we watched this because we needed to see this movie because we wanted to see this movie as soon as it came out, and we literally could not find it in theaters because it did not get a wide release. So, which was very sad. So we just figured out a day, we rented it, and we watched it, and easily one of the top films of the year with great performances, great comedy, great story. I don't know. It's just
a great film.
Great film from a first-time director, too. First-time director and writer.
Very well done. I was thinking of giving it a 4.3 out of 5, but I thought about it more because it's like, if I did see this in theaters, the experience would have been a little different.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5 at the end because the acting was great, though, like you said, and I agree with this, and I wrote it in my review, this isn't Anya Taylor-Joy's strongest performance, but it is still a good performance.
No, like, Olivia Cooke is the standout in this film, not Anya Taylor-Joy, which I was very surprised to see.
I would pay for to watch a 30-minute short film of just Olivia Cooke's character. I loved that character. She was awesome. Her name was it her character's name? Amanda?
Amanda, yeah.
Yes. Amanda, that girl.
Amanda and Lily are the two main characters.
Amanda, portrayed by Olivia Cooke, that was amazing. I love that performance so much. Like I said, I would pay to watch a 30-minute short film of just that character. Yeah. You're just like, yep. Okay.
Good character. I mean, we didn't mention Anton Yelchin, who's in the film.
Yeah, R.I.P.
R.I.P., but he's really good, and sad that he'll never make another film, which is sad because he's so good. He's such a good actor. He's great. Was a good actor. I don't know what to say, but
Okay. Ready Player One.
I liked it. I know that you had a problem with the film being
I thought it
a
was
little
depressing.
depressing as this could be our future or
Well, it's like because the movie shows like people love video games so much that it's like they'll just completely reject reality to just play games.
yeah.
And it's like, well, that's kind of sad. And I have my review up for this movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up my review
And-
for it as well.
It's kind of like, what did I say in this? Yeah, there is a lot of spoilers in my review.
Now, I think I have a review that's not very spoilery.
Because I know Olivia Cook's in this movie too. I thought she did fine in it, but I don't think she was the right person.
Her character is
yeah.
bad.
She,
I never read the book, so I can't really.
I think she did well with what she had. She's a good actress. It's just she had a bad role.
Her character
Yeah.
did not have the best character arc to say.
No.
Like my Ready Player One review is Ready Player One is a fun time. There's so much to love in this film. The 80s soundtrack, the plethora of modern and old references, and the Oasis is stunning on the big screen. My only complaint is the nearly 2.5 hour runtime.
You do feel
I
it.
saw the film at 11 p.m. I did not get out of the theater until almost 2 in the morning, which is a problem. But at the same time, the movie does kind of fly by, surprisingly.
Yeah.
And it's like an overall enjoyable film. And what I wrote is, when I saw this film, it was probably my favorite non-kids movie / Oscar-nominated movie I've seen all year. So that's certainly changed now. But overall, it was just, I enjoyed it. I mean, there are problems with it, but I think just the movie itself is just, there's a lot of it to enjoy.
I want to read the last paragraph of my review just to get my point across on this movie. And at the very bottom, well, at the top, there's a picture of the movie poster, which is also an Amazon link. You can just yeah. I'm a little self-promotion there. But at the very bottom is a picture of Glacier National Park. So when I say picture or anything, that I'm referring to that. So it says, if you want to play video games and that's your hobby, that's fine. I just ask that you do more with your life than just sit on your couch and play a game on a screen all day or most of the time. What saddens me are the people who would rather be playing a video game rather than going out and like having a real adventure. The picture below is from Glacier National Park. I want you to think to yourself and really think on this. Would you rather sit inside your house all day having a pretend adventure, or would you rather have a real one?
Oh, I'd sit inside all day.
Nice to kill my to kill it, but it's like you get what I'm saying though. It's
Yeah,
like,
of
just
course.
go out and do stuff. I mean, I'm fine with video games and all that, but just don't make it your entire life's purpose. You know.
I can understand that completely.
Yeah. All right. So then we have A Quiet Place. What did you think of that?
This is interesting. It was what do I have to say about A Quiet Place? I think I spent most of the time watching the film hiding in my hoodie with my ears plugged. But it's really good. It's a good horror film. It's not my number one horror film. I don't like horror films as much as a lot of people do, but I appreciate this film more as a film than a horror film because it's not super scary.
There are problems with it though. It's
yeah.
Why are you having a baby in the middle of the apocalypse where they kill you by sound?
Yeah, that's
a terrible idea. I gave that one a 3.5 out of 5. All right, so then we got Super Troopers 2.
funny.
Funny.
I saw the first one. Funny. Second one.
first
funny.
3 out of 5.
Yeah,
That's my review.
It's good. It's fine.
Yeah, I just gave it a short one. It's like it's fine. Not the best, but fine enough. Okay, Avengers: Infinity War. Should we do a little spoilers on this for people who haven't seen it yet or not?
There's not much I mean, there's
most people
not
know
much
it
to
now.
spoiler, but there's not much to spoil. But
Mr.
this
Stark,
is one
I
of
don't feel so
I know,
good.
Mr. Stark. That's a meme now. It doesn't even matter.
Mr. Brennan, I don't feel so good.
Infinity War is so good. I love this film. I saw it twice in theaters. Probably one of the best cinematic experiences I've ever had.
Really?
In theaters, because going in not expecting what I was about to see was amazing, and looking at people crying in the audience was funny, to say the least, because I didn't have any reason to cry because they're characters, but
yeah.
certainly I was sad at deaths, but I'm not bawling. Like, the person 2 seats away from me was bawling. My roommate was very sad. My other roommate, who doesn't really care but likes to go see movies anyway, not content, but he was fine. He was like, "Oh wow, can't believe that happened," and the other one was like, "I can't believe that happened." And then the person next to me is like, "I can't believe that happened." And I got yelled at by one of my friends who said, "Wow, you made fun of this person for crying." I said, "I pointed out she was crying. I didn't make fun of her." I said, "Wow, you're crying." That's what I said. And I mean, I guess that could have sounded like, "Wow, why are you crying?" But I was just surprised that they were crying. But there were some really, really good moments in this film.
This is one of the few Marvel movies to me that actually landed on its jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Because usually Marvel, their jokes are kind of bad.
If they're not every joke has to hit. Like, we saw Ocean's 8, and the jokes do not hit in that movie.
Not really.
At all. Oh, it's bad.
God.
But Infinity War.
I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
You
might think that's a little low, though.
That's a low review if you ask me, but
you
really do like Infinity War a lot, and
you know how I feel about Marvel.
CJ is not a Marvel fanboy like me.
No,
I'm a
Marvel
fanboy, diehard hashtag Disney is God. I don't know.
Get out of my house.
What else do I have? I'm trying to think of if I have anything else to say about Infinity War.
The only reason why I gave it... I was going to give this movie maybe like a 3 or 3.3 out of 5, but then I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. The only reason why I got it high as a rating is because of the ending.
The ending.
I loved
awesome,
the ending. That is one of the best endings. Because even
mouth open the whole time, I was like, oh!
Even though it's going to be like complete nothingness in the next movie. I think for the time being, I'm going to accept it. For the time being,
accept the ending.
Yeah.
This is the one thing I have to say about the movie that really hit me. So I saw the movie a second time with my dad, and there's one death in the movie where I heard my dad go, "Aww," and I was like, "That's awesome!" Like, he wasn't expecting it. It was just great. It was great.
Yeah. All right. So Deadpool 2.
Oh, I love Deadpool. I've watched Deadpool 1 a surprising amount of times, probably 15, 16 times since it's been out.
Wow.
I've watched it probably once or twice a month. No. Once every 1 or 2 months. That's better. Probably once every 2 months.
Okay.
Since it's come out.
I give this one a 4 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was good as the first one, but I think it was still good.
I saw Deadpool 1 3 or 4 times in theaters.
Oh, wow.
And then I saw Deadpool 2 twice. I saw it twice.
But
twice.
All Hail Peter.
All Hail Peter, yep.
Yep, All Hail Peter.
Sugar Bear. Nothing will happen to my Sugar Bear. Ryan Reynolds, I mentioned this at the beginning too, is one of my favorite actors. So.
Yes.
So Deadpool 2 is upgraded by everyone in this film with like star-studded cast. You get Josh Brolin, you get Zazie Beetz, who is awesome as Domino, which I went in not expecting it at all.
Yeah, no, Domino is a really cool character.
Mm-hmm. And then Deadpool is great, too. Jokes, not every joke hits, but not every joke has to hit because they're rapid-fire jokes.
Yeah.
So, Deadpool 2 is at number 1 for me right now, but that will certainly change by the end of the year.
Okay.
I don't even think I think might stay in the top 10.
You do?
But I'm almost
think
positive
it will
it'll stay in the top 10, but
Yeah.
for me, but I do not think it'll be number 1 at the end of the year, even though I will be picking up this film as soon as it comes out on DVD and watching it as soon as it comes out on DVD many, many times.
Okay, so Upgrade. Okay, gotta explain a little thing about Upgrade. This is like a limited release, small time movie. It might be in theaters still, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was only released in about 1,500 theaters out of like the 4,500 in the U.S., so like 1 in 3 theaters maybe.
If you saw the trailer and thought it's just gonna be some dumb action movie, no, this is a really good movie.
It's the best sci-fi movie all year.
Yes, this movie is surpassed our expectations. Gave it 4.5 out of 5.
I don't want to say much about it
No,
because it's only been out for about 2 weeks, but
it's still good.
it's amazing film. So I think it's at 6 or 7 for me right now, maybe 5 even. It's just such a good movie.
The action, the scene, it's like, oh my gosh, I did not see that coming. This is so amazing. Oh boy.
There was one scene for sure where we heard gasps in the audience.
Yes.
We gasped in the audience too, and
no one saw it coming.
we're like, "Oh my god!"
Nobody
What?
saw that coming.
Yeah, legit movie.
Oh man, you got
Would recommend.
You have to see Upgrade.
Hopefully, you see it before it gets kicked out of theaters.
Yes.
And then if you don't see it
Just
before it
rent
gets kicked
it.
out, just rent it. Yeah.
Yeah. Through one of my links.
ha, ha.
No. Oh, I don't have any for this movie. Oh well.
Oh well. It's
Yeah,
not out.
yeah, it's a great film though. All right, so Adrift. Did you see Adrift?
I didn't see Adrift,
Gave it.
but I heard it was fine,
Yeah.
and that's all I have to say.
I gave it a 3.3 out of 5. It was alright. It was entertaining. This is like one of those movies you would... Okay, you know, like if you had like a premium channel or something like HBO or anything and that movie's just playing one night, you would watch it. I mean, otherwise, yeah.
Like, I have a free ticket to it. I don't
Yeah.
know if I'll even use it for Adrift because I'm not that interested in it, but...
They do some smart stuff at the beginning. I mean, they do something, if you don't catch it right away, you won't really understand what's going on, maybe, or maybe not.
Or, yeah, I heard they just figured out at the end.
Yeah.
They tell you anyway.
Yeah,
they
do.
tell you at the end.
They do, but... Okay. So, Hotel Artemis.
It's good. I had average expectations for it. It was an average movie.
Yeah. Another...
I was slightly disappointed in it, but not disappointed enough that I don't think it wasn't worth my time to see.
Okay. I gave it another 3.3 out of 5. I mean, I thought it was fine. I mean, I don't really have much to say about this. It was fine.
Yeah, just next one.
Okay. And then Hereditary.
Oh my.
We were so terrified in the theater.
Best horror movie all year. I'm not even
I'm giving it
joking.
a 4.4 out of 5.
So, is it... What did you give A Quiet Place?
A Quiet Place? I think I gave that a 3.5.
3.5? Okay.
Because there was some really dumb stuff. I love the concept of it. They just made some really dumb decisions and all. But Hereditary, granted, I mean, there was a couple dumb things, but that's very minor stuff.
Yeah, and
you cannot talk about...
You can't talk about Hereditary without getting into spoilers, and it sucks because people say, you saw Hereditary, what was it about? And you say, it's about a family and the grandma dies.
Yep.
And then you stop talking because you can't say anything else.
Some supernatural stuff starts happening.
And
that's about it.
It turns out that, I can't tell you that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, could we tell like how much the trailer actually covers?
The trailer has tidbits of the whole movie that you won't notice until you see the movie.
But most of the trailer actually shows like the first 30 minutes of the film.
Yeah, the trailer is very...
it's a little misleading.
Very misleading, which is fine. I'm very happy it was a misleading trailer because... we had an entirely different film, and it was wow.
Like, the last half hour of the film is like, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot.
I don't know what's happening. Get me off this ride.
Like, we were, like, trying to cover our ears at some point, so, like, close our eyes. Like, nope.
See no evil, hear no evil, yes.
Yep. That was our entire reaction. I mean, wow, that was a ride.
Hereditary's going to be not in my top 10. It'll be gone by the end of the... It'll be gone by the end of the year for sure, but it will be a movie that I'm going to keep talking about for sure.
Yeah. Okay, you saw Solo, too. What did you think of Solo?
Solo was great.
I refuse to see it still.
And he does not want to see Star Wars movies.
Because it's not Star Wars anymore.
I know, it doesn't matter. It's not Star Wars anymore. But, Solo is a very good time, which is, I'm sad it flopped, because it is a good time.
Did it even break even?
It broke even of the budget, but that still doesn't matter with, like, marketing and stuff.
Okay.
They still have to get that over.
What else? Did you see Annihilation?
Annihilation, yes.
How was that?
Recommended 1,000,000%. It's so good.
Yeah?
You have to see this movie. Yes, you have to see this movie.
Okay, so let's talk about movies coming up. This will be our last.
Wait, last one we have to do about what we saw. We saw Ocean's 8, and it was CJ has never seen any of the Oceans 11, 12, or 13, but in short, Ocean's 8 is not as good as 11, 12, or 13, but it's certainly not a waste of time. That's all I'm going to say about Ocean's 8.
Okay, so upcoming movies for the second half of the year.
Well, this weekend we have Incredibles 2.
Can't wait for this. I've been waiting so long.
I'm waiting 14, 15 years, and it's finally out. Finally out in the next day, and we're going to see it, and we can't wait.
Yes.
I looked up this week what's coming out this week, and Teg comes out this week.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I want to see that.
We all forgot about that coming out this week about the guys who play Teg. That's going to be good.
Some good actors in there.
Can't wait for that.
Okay, Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom.
How
do you think this will be?
I'm going to see it.
I think it's going to be a 3 out of 5 movie.
I think it's going to be 4 out of 5 for me.
I'm going to say Incredibles is probably going to... Incredibles 2, though, is going to be like a 4 out of 5, probably.
I can see that.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, I'm going to see it. You never saw Ant-Man, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, you did see it?
Yeah, I rented it with my dad.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Ant-Man was good. Ant-Man and the Wasp looks good. If it ends where Infinity War ends, I will be satisfied.
Okay. What do you think your rating will be?
4.5. I'm a Marvel fanboy, so I give every Marvel movie 5 out of 5.
I'll give it...
Otherwise, it's a little bit lower.
I think my solid standard for Marvel starts at a 3, then it goes up or down like 0.1, 0.2, depending on how it does.
Sure.
But, okay, Mission Impossible. Fallout.
Dun, dun, dun. I'm sick of the trailer, but I can't wait to see it, because I like Mission Impossible.
It's probably going to be like a 3.7 for me.
If it reaches as good as Ghost Protocol or the one before that, I'll be happy. I really
Ghost
do
Protocol
enjoy.
Was good.
I really do enjoy the Mission Impossible film, so I will be seeing this when it comes out.
And then we have the movie that everyone has been talking about and everyone is waiting for. And drumroll for this. So we have Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. I am so excited. I am so pumped for this movie. I won't even see it in theaters. I won't see it on TV. I won't see it at all.
I will see it in theaters because I love ABBA.
I didn't see the first movie, but Amanda Seyfried.
Seyfried, yeah, she's in it.
I think she's a great actress, but I'm not seeing this movie.
Okay, so we got what else are we missing? Sicario 2.
Sicario 2. I only saw a few minutes of Sicario. The first one.
Sicario 2, I've heard, is a sequel, but a different story, so you should be okay.
Is it same characters?
Two of the three, I think, are the same.
Unless
Josh Brolin wasn't in the first, which I might be mistaken, but Benicio del Toro was, for sure. So.
Okay. How about Hotel Transylvania 3?
No.
Next. I'm not going to see this. Okay.
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Yeah,
I'm...
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll see the reviews.
That'll be a pretty good one, I think. Well, I mean, DC, it could go either way.
It's James Wan, though, so I'm cautiously, cautiously optimistic.
Oh, okay, if James Wan's involved, I haven't seen him do anything outside of horror.
So that's why I'm cautiously optimistic.
Okay, what else? The First Purge.
First Purge, yeah, I'll be seeing that. Sure.
That's gonna be, I think that'll be pretty fun. The Meg.
The Meg, yes. Sharks are cool.
Yes, shark films, I love them. Ever since Jaws. Jaws basically invented a new subgenre for horror.
Yeah.
The shark film. It is fantastic. So it's going to be like dumb fun, probably.
I think so, too. I can't wait for it.
But it'll be a fun summer blockbuster.
Oh, Skyscraper.
Skyscraper.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That'll be fun, probably.
Okay. Hopefully,
yep.
Okay. Crazy Rich Asians.
We'll see. I mean, if it gets adequate enough ratings, I might go see it.
Yeah.
Like a day off of work. Okay, sure.
Christopher Robin.
I'll see this.
I gotta say, I grew up like reading Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh. Yeah.
Yeah, like I used to watch the like movies and everything. I loved it when I was a kid, so I'll probably see that.
Christopher Robin.
What else do we get?
Ralph Breaks the Internet. Wreck-It Ralph 2. I'll see that.
Yeah, okay.
I like the first one. First one was a lot of fun.
How about Venom?
Venom, I'll see that too.
Yeah, do you think Venom would be good?
No, but I'll see it anyway.
But it has Tom Hardy in it.
Yeah, but it's written by the girl who wrote 50 Shades.
Oh, God help us.
That's the problem there. I'll be seeing it though.
Okay. Bohemian Rhapsody.
I'll be seeing that too.
I am excited.
Even with the director who's supposedly either a pedophile or a rapist. I'll see it. Okay. I mean, looks good. First Man, that's the Ryan Gosling as Neil Armstrong. That's going to be pretty good.
Okay. The Spy Who Dumped Me. I like Mila Kunis, but...
Kate McKinnon's in it, too, so...
I think this is just going to be...
It's going to be really bad.
Yeah, it's going to be a chick flick, though. But it's going to be a bad chick flick.
I think I'll be seeing it.
I'll probably see it, but it's probably going to be bad. Okay, The Predator.
If I'm not busy at school, I'll be seeing that.
Okay. Mary Poppins Returns.
I'll be seeing that, too. I am not as big of a fan of Mary Poppins as I know a lot of people are. I think it's a good film, but I haven't seen it more than I've probably seen it 6 times. That's a lot. But I don't very much care for it.
Here's the thing with me. I used to watch Mary Poppins a lot at my dad's.
I know a lot of people did.
I loved Mary Poppins. That was a great movie.
Full of sugar,
but
go down.
I am not looking forward to a remake, or is it a sequel, or what is it?
It's a sequel.
It's a sequel. Disney, you gotta learn to stop. I know you're a Disney boy.
Oh, Disney's fine.
Disney has to stop at some point.
Yep.
A Star is Born.
We just saw that trailer when we saw Ocean's 8.
That looks pretty good.
I can't wait for that film.
That looks good. Okay.
Teen Titans go to the movies.
No.
Cautiously optimistic.
No. God save us all.
Not very optimistic. I'll see this film.
I loved the original cartoon. I watched it when I was little.
I think I saw 1 or 2 kids movies all year, so I think it's time for me to see another kids movie. So I do plan on going to that one.
And Slender Man.
Sure. No. Looks bad. Looks really bad.
I'll probably see it.
Okay, let's see. There's a few that we missed. 8th Grade by Bo Burnham. That's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, is that going to be a limited release?
Probably. It'll probably go wide sooner or later, though. Let's see what else I'm missing. I'll be going through the list. Black Klansman. That looks good.
Oh, isn't
Adam
that
Driver. What about with the...
Oh, yeah.
And the
that looks
African American guy who infiltrate the KKK. That's going to be...
That looks really good.
I'm excited for that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Did we see the Happy Time Murders? That trailer with the puppets?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That'll be a hit or miss.
Yeah, very hit or miss, I believe.
Yes.
I
mean, yeah.
I'm going to keep looking. The Nun.
Okay, that's coming out this year?
Yes. Okay. The Nun comes out in September.
September?
Yep.
Okay, I'm a fan of the Conjuring
Me
series.
too. It's one of my favorite. It's one of the best.
It's hard to pull off a horror franchise and like not have it turn into an action film for some reason.
But no, they've really good.
Yes, it's been consistently good. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen Annabelle, but I heard Annabelle kind of sucked.
It was fine. That's all I have to say about that.
I still gotta see that at some point.
Okay. We saw a trailer for Bad Times at the El Royale, which looks very interesting. But it looks interesting. That's what I'm gonna say about that one.
Okay.
Okay, we're into October now. Halloween. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Remaking Halloween. Looks cool. Probably. I'll see that. I don't know.
Yeah, most likely. I know another mutual friend of ours will be seeing
that for sure, yes.
I'm not sure if you would want us to say
Fantastic Beasts 2 comes out this year.
I'll see that.
I saw the first one 3 times, I think. And I liked it.
I liked it too.
I am not big into Harry Potter, but I do really enjoy Fantastic Beasts. Okay. We have Robin Hood remake for the 80 millionth time with Taron Egerton, Tim Minchin, Jamie Foxx. Sure.
It'll probably be a dumb action film.
Oh yeah, if it does do something like King Arthur, I will be very pleased, but I do not have hope.
King Arthur got so much hate.
And it was great.
Yes, it is the best video game movie ever made.
Oh, yeah. Bumblebee?
No, I'm not. I probably will skip that.
Okay, and I think the last one of the year is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
No.
Not for you.
No, that's stupid.
All right, that's 2018 film.
All right.
The end.
So... Well, okay, that'll be our show for today, and we'll get into our outro right now. Alright, that's our show today. This is the longest episode we have ever done on the Wednesday show. So, Brennan, would you like to plug yourself at all?
Alright, I'm KellerB57 on Twitter, College Movie Geek on YouTube, something on Reddit that I normally don't want to discuss. You can find it on my Twitter, though. You can find a link to that. I spend a lot of time on the movies subreddit. I have a lot to talk about for movies.
And you're pretty popular on Reddit there.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Right. Anywhere else you want to plug?
Anywhere else? KellerB57 as well on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. So, I want to say thanks for being on the show.
Oh, glad to be here.
Yep. Have a good day, Brennan.
Okay,
and we're going to do, I have no idea what. So anyways, I hope you have a good day today. Hope you have a good Wednesday. Hope this entire week goes well for you. Hope next Wednesday is good. And I will see you guys next Wednesday. Have a good day.